Yeah, it's still morning. Dang, I need a haircut. Look at that. Wow. Or I'll do the haircut myself, but anyway, I'm gonna do some stuff in the garden. Show you what I'm doing. I made a few changes. What I'm gonna do, or what I did, is, oh, by the way, this is almost empty because I moved it all over there to that storage tanks because we're supposedly got rain coming, so add some more water to these. I don't know how much, but and then once I use that, then I'll transfer this over there. So anyway, what I did do was I removed all the drip irrigation system in the garden area. I mean, it was nice for a little bit, but now that I have this, the tanks right here that I pull water from, and I use this pump system here with this sprayer. This really works good. You can water these beds in no time. So and now this is all cleared out. Now I can get the torch to control any weeds that think they can get away from me. And I don't have to worry about hitting one of the plastic tubes or hoses from the drip irrigation. It's all cleared out. So let's get to torching a few things. Here we go. Let's show you how this works. This is pretty cool. Okay, here we go. Let's go find some weeds to torch. Try not to melt the thing here. This is a nice way to control weeds. Once you torch those weeds, it kills the root too. These old steel stock tanks, you don't have to worry about melting them, or these beds. This thing works pretty good. Handy little tool. I've got a big torch for the other stuff that I use to start burn piles and things like that, but this is just a little torch thing I found. Pretty cool. It fries the weeds. And they're not coming back anytime soon. I do have to be careful of this fence. I can't weed eat right in there. So like that one there, I really can't get too close to that, so I'll have to pull it up back in. I'll come back and get that. Even these two right here, I'm not going to get too close. That one I can probably get away with. Maybe that one if I put my foot in the way, so I can burn my foot. What, being you're probably bored of this, I think I'll just stick it on time lapse. Let's do that. There we go. Tell you a funny story. See all this rock that I used to outline the in-ground garden? That is a limestone that was pulled up from the basement when they dug the basement for the house. That's limestone. So we thought, you know, we could build a nice fire pit So we decided to build a fire pit. And you don't build a fire pit with limestone. We had a nice fire going in it, nice fire pit set up. We heard a pop, and we heard a louder pop, then we heard a bang, and then we heard almost an explosion. Limestone explodes because it's got trapped moisture inside, what I was told. Because limestone was at the bottom of the ocean, basically. But that's what I was told, or that's what I read up on, is because they have pockets where moisture was, or is, or something. And it literally explodes. So, just a side note, don't build a fire pit with limestone rock. We learned that as soon as it started exploding. We did a little Google search, and sure enough, it says don't build a fire pit with limestone. So anyway, back to the weed torching, whatever you want to call this. Well, I think I got all the weeds torched I need to torch, so I'm good there. Let's shut this thing off. And listen, it makes a weird sound. Sounds like a Star Wars weapon of some sort. Listen, maybe it'll do it. Here we go. Isn't that cool? Okay, so done that. Other thing I'm doing is this. Last year, when I had corn going here, we had a couple of good windstorms, or high winds, and it blew a lot of the corn over. So this time I'm trying something. I've got these pieces of metal here, and I've got enough to do this. So what I'll do is I'll lay these pieces of metal here on these bricks, put one on the other side, same over here, all along here, on that one. So it'll be up against the corn, like that. And then at least it allows the corn to keep it from blowing over. I mean, if it was going the other direction, it could be an issue, but this might just support it enough to help. So that's what I'm gonna try this time, so I don't have corn blowing over. So anyway, that's what I did in the garden. I don't have anything else in here going, so I may not run fans in here. I may just have everything growing out here. So, Mr. Weed. Those come up easy. This is watermelon, that's cantaloupe. That's black-eyed peas, that's peas. Peas aren't doing that great, something's eating on it. This is cucumbers, squash, some tomatoes. This is honeydew. Got one there. I'm waiting for some other ones to pop up. Had a hard time getting them started. This is peppers, miscellaneous peppers here. I think these two are tomatoes. This is a bunch of lettuce. This is my purple majestic sweet potatoes all along here. This little bed's regular potatoes. That's my corn. This is my okra. And then these things down here is what was left over from that I was adding in the greenhouse. A thing of strawberries, bok choy. I have no idea what you do with bok choy. I can't remember what this is. Looks like carrots. I didn't think I planted carrots. That's more of the purple sweet potatoes I tried in a bag. This is some red onions that my neighbor gave me to plant. So yes, I got a gardening neighbor across the street, across the road. That's pretty neat. We talk garden stuff all the time. So anyway, that's where we are. You know, this is my worm bed. I'll dig in there sometimes and I'll find a worm or two. See if I can find any. Well, there's one right there. There's one right there. First time. Cool. more. Need to cover that up so that there you go. There he is. Pretty pretty. Amazing creatures. It's just a worm. Let's cover that some more. Put that okay. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another. Golly, a whole bunch of them. Wow. I saw one right here. Where'd you go? There you are. Cool. More. Awesome. I gotta leave this open, let them get some air. I mean, this thing's not sealed, so that's pretty cool. And that old freezer here is nothing but leftover soil that I throw in there when I clear out maybe small beds or bags or pots or whatever. Can't wait to see how these purple majesty sweet potatoes turn out. That's going to be interesting. And the sweet potatoes are purple. Purple as purple can be. Okay, now I got to go clean all this irrigation stuff up that I threw out here. Figure out what how I'm going to throw it away or store it somewhere. So anyway, I just thought to show you that. Like I said, this is that torch I used. It's pretty simple. Just got it on either Amazon or Home Depot or somewhere. So y'all take care, be safe, be good, and all that good stuff. Later.